Congratulations to Vladimir Putin for helping to thwart a future nuclear holocaust. From the Jesuits' own website, August 2nd, 2011 news. The underwater city has been destroyed. The death toll exceeds 1 million infants. Yesterday, Vladimir wrote me a letter online through Brent Spiner's YouTube channel, requesting that I issue an order for him to launch the nuclear missile to destroy a Jesuit underground military city. I gave the order on YouTube, and Vladimir launched the missile. And today we have accomplished a major victory in our war against the Jesuits. By launching a successful nuclear missile on the Jesuits' underwater city, we have eliminated at least 1 million future Jesuit soldiers that they would have used for a future nuclear holocaust against the world. The Jesuits create underwater cities for several reasons, one of which is to protect themselves when they launch a nuclear holocaust above ground where we live. The Jesuits plan to launch a nuclear holocaust probably within a year. I am sure that as part of their strategy, they planned right before their attack to use nuclear missiles to destroy key targets above ground. These key targets most certainly would have been Russia, with a special focus on destroying Vladimir Putin. Then they would target sections of the United States, focusing on areas where Brent Spiner, Matthew McConaughey, and Men Who Love Me live. They may have tried to hit Australia to get Hugh Jackman, or maybe England to get Gerard Butler. If you go to orderofthejesuits.com, orderofthejesuits.com, you will see that we are all listed as their targets. The Jesuits would have used this nuclear holocaust to ensure that all their most dangerous enemies be eliminated. They would most certainly aim their nuclear missiles at any area where I live. After their successful destruction of all lands where their key targets live, they would emerge from their underground or underwater cities, come above ground, and take over the world for Roman Catholicism, Jesuit style. Their military forces plan to go underground or under the ocean to protect themselves, while they launch their nuclear holocaust above ground. By eliminating this underwater city, we have made it more difficult for them to carry out their plans for a future nuclear holocaust against their key targets. And I would like to say, Vladimir, that I have made another video just like this one, except I have the Russian national anthem on it. But because the Jesuits could manipulate this to make it look like a copyright violation, I'm going to send that one to you via Brent Spiner. And you can play this in Russia to celebrate Vladimir Putin Day. Back to my statement. I am certain that in the future we shall uncover more Jesuit underwater cities or underground cities. The Jesuits are an empire, the richest and most powerful organization on earth. A military organization in existence since the 1500s with a goal to world dominion. History shows us that when they rule with barbarity and cruelty, establishing concentration camps to torture and mutilate their enemies. With today's technology, they can keep a head alive while the rest of the body is dead, using blood-filled tubes to sustain the living head. I am certain this would be something they would use to torture their victims in their future concentration camps. See my novel, Silver Skies, where I cover this somewhat. I give Vladimir Putin permission in advance to use the same military strategy that we use to accomplish today's victory in the future for any future Jesuit underground or underwater cities that we may uncover. I proclaim August the 2nd in celebration of this major victory as Vladimir Putin Day in Russia to honor Vladimir for his courageous decision to push that button to launch the nuclear missile that destroyed this dangerous Jesuit underwater city. I have played the Russian national anthem on another video that I'm sending to Brent Spiner, which he will send to Vladimir Putin, from Russia's 2011 New Year celebrations to begin our celebration of Vladimir Putin Day in Russia. And Vladimir, you can air this video on U.S. News or any other newscast that you feel comfortable doing so. YouTube sent me a copyright violation notice, so I can't do it via YouTube. We may extend the celebration this year into August the 3rd. So I'm not going to risk doing it through YouTube because the Jesuits may have partial control at YouTube. It's obvious that they do, or Laurie McBride couldn't have launched her YouTube video. So it would probably be safer for me to send you that video via Brent Spiner, which is what I'm going to do. The Jesuits launch an attack against me now using Tropical Storm Emily, headed towards Florida, where I live. Use our military satellite practitioners to circumvent the HARP and satellite technology that the Jesuits use to direct this potential hurricane. And Russia will be celebrating Vladimir Putin Day, I'm certain, because I have requested it. We'll probably be celebrating it on August the 3rd, though next year it will be celebrated on August the 2nd if Vladimir Putin authorizes this holiday. He's not an egocentric person, so he wouldn't do it, but I think Russia would like to do it, and I think he deserves it. Thank you, Vladimir, for your courage. You have helped to spare this world from a future nuclear holocaust.